So it's been over 5 months since I started Design with Detour, which I started January of this year. And I keep adding every day a new design. So I have tons of designs now, over 150, and these are some of them, January, February, and so on. You can see them right here. And I've been uploading these to Teepublic and Redbubble and Amazon Merch on Demand and showing you each month what I've made. And so this is going to be an update to the 2 other videos that I made earlier. The first one covering the first 3 months and the second one covering the 4th month. Now what I'd like to do in this video is kind of the same thing that I did. I'm going to update you on what I sold in May for Redbubble first, then Teepublic, then Amazon, and show you the update and add all of that to the previous sales. And then I'm going to show you, talk about 3 different reasons why I think I got the sales that I got. So you're going to want to stay to the end and kind of see these reasons. And I think these reasons actually work for most people too. So if you're seeing the kind of sales that I'm seeing, you're going to want to see these reasons as well. So let's get into Redbubble first, and I'll show you how to find them again, and then all the sales that I made in Redbubble in May. To find out what sales you've made on Redbubble is you can go to Manage Portfolio here and kind of scroll down and see like if you got a 1 or 2 or whatever here on the dollar. Now the dollar doesn't mean how many dollars you made, that just means sales. So if you have a 1 here, it would be 1 sale. If you have a 0 here, that means 0 sales. So I'm going to scroll all the way down, and like you can see right here, this one made a sale. I got a sale for this one right here, and I'm going to look and see if there's any other sales that I made in May. This is made, I'm sure this was made later because this is a new design, and I'll see if there's any other ones, and I'm going to report how many I've sold after checking. So actually, sad to say, that was the only sale I got in May. I looked through all the other ones. Those were older sales, and this one I got on a shirt, thankfully, and I got a $4.15 profit from Redbubble for selling this one design in May of all the designs that I have out there. All right, so here we are on Teepublic. Same deal. I'm here on my uploads, and you can see again if it says 1 sold or 2 sold. This one's a little clearer. You can see it says 1 sold. So I sold at least one of these here. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to scroll down again and look at all of them and see if these are new sales or these are sales that I got from previous. And I'm going to make the same thing like I did last time with the Teepublic and show you all the different sales that I got this month just in May. So as you can see, just a little bit better than Redbubble, but not great. In May I only got 5 more sales from previous sales. I didn't count anything before May. And you can see this one, the one we saw, these are kind of newer designs. This one was an older design, so I've sold a bunch of these already, which is nice. So this is one that is selling over and over. But if you times 5 by $4 per sale, which, you know, I can't guarantee that I made these without a sale, so they could have been less. But if I'm just doing the math with 4 times 5, and that's a $20 profit just from Teepublic. So for Amazon Merch on Demand, it's a little bit different. I have to go into the products tab with my Pretty Merch Pro account, and I can use these manage products, and I can go in here and say created after you know, the first, so that's when I started. Go right there. So after the 1st of the year, and then has sold, yes. And so this will create a whole thing, and then it's searching right now, but it's going to create it, and then I'll go through those and of course take out the ones that I sold already and just look for the ones that sold in March. So I could also go in here and say last sale date after May, right? After May 1st, and that would also do it too. So I'll look at all of those, and then I'll do the same thing and show you how much. Hopefully it's more than Teepublic and Redbubble. Hopefully both of those combined. We'll see. So on Amazon, you can see I sold a bunch. I'm going to move my face here so you can see. And I put the marketplace too. So they weren't all US marketplace. A lot of them were, most of them were. But you can see I got only 10 sales. Some of them were t-shirts, some of them were phone cases, and so on. And some of them were repeats. Like I sold this one before. I've sold this one before. I believe I sold this one before. But some of them are new as well. So, I sold that one before as well. So adding all that up, I made about $30 profit just because the phone cases, I didn't get as much, and some of these other ones. Yeah, more than Teepublic and more than Redbubble as well. So if I added all the things that I did from video 1, 2, and this video, so the first 5 months total, this is what I made so far this year with Redbubble, $31, Teepublic, $101, and Amazon Merch on Demand, $200, with a grand total for all three, $336.82. So you might be looking at those numbers and think, that's not a lot of sales. And you are right, that's not a lot of sales. In fact, I thought we'd be getting more and more, and I think a lot of people thought that in 5 months I should be getting a lot more sales, especially because I'm adding designs every day. Actually, that's not the case. So print on demand is actually, well, one of the main reasons. I'm going to tell you the 3 reasons why I think this happened. The first one is print on demand is like this. If you're thinking that it's always going to go up and up and up, that's not the case. I'm glad this actually happened, because this is where a lot of print on demand sellers, new print on demand sellers, actually stop. They see it go up and up and up, and the minute that it goes down, a lot of them run and say, hey, what happened? Something's wrong, and I want to get out of here. I want to do something that's more consistent, right? Well, that's exactly what print on demand is. Print on demand isn't a straight line. It's not a up line. It's up and down. Print on demand is always up and down. And I'm going to show you a few graphs to show you what I mean. The first graph is this one right here. This is what you've seen on Amazon Merch on Demand. These are sales, right? So in February, I got about 11 sales. March, I got about 15, 16 sales. April, I got 20 sales. And then I went back down to 10 sales in May. And that's it. It goes up and down, up and down, up and down. And you really don't know. The best you can do is try and put your main stuff on there, but it doesn't. So let me show you another one on my total merch by Amazon so you can see throughout the years. Okay, so here is my graph. I'm on Amazon Merch on Demand, and this is my graph for all time. And you can see overall, this is with all my designs, not just the design with Detour. You can see up, 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 down, down, right? And if I go back in time even, look at this, up, up, down, down, up, up, which is nice, and then back down, and up and down, and up and down. That's just the nature of print on demand, ups and downs, ups and downs. In fact, day by day as well. So you would think I would go up, 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 but no, it's up, 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 down, 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 and it goes back up. So that is just the nature of print on demand. It happens all the time. Don't be scared of it going up and down. You just have to prepare for it, and then keep putting more and more. As you add more and more, overall it will go up, but it doesn't go up in a straight line. Now, the second reason I think I didn't get a lot of sales in May and overall this year is because I've been designing too broad. Now, I know my design with Detour topics are pretty good, but I should have niched down for those. So what I mean is I have that broad topic, for instance, like birthdays, and I could have done a specific kind of birthday, right? Or for Father's Day, I could have done some specific Father's Day thing. Like I've done this one before, crypto dads, right? So fathers that love Bitcoin, crypto, I can kind of niche down, and there's less competition there if I do that instead of something more broad like I did barbecue dads, right? That's a bigger topic that more people have competition to. So think about that when you're designing, and I should be thinking about that too because I know this already. But when you're looking at my topics for Design with Detour, they're great topics, but you still have to niche down and kind of make it more unique, more specific to a smaller group, and hopefully get more sales that way because you have less competition. And speaking of competition, this brings me to my third point, and one of the reasons why I think I'm getting less sales is because there's some copycats out there. Now, I knew that was going to happen to me because I'm showing this to the world, and lots of subscribers and followers, and they want to follow Detour Design and Design with Detour and kind of follow the things that I've made, but then they make something so close that it's almost like a copycat. And I can't blame them too much because I'm trying to teach you how to do this and trying to show you how to sell this, and so of course. But let me show you an example what I mean. So I made this a while ago, the spaghetti western, right? Good, bad, and the messy. And so if you come in here in Amazon and you can type in this right here, spaghetti western, the good, bad, and the messy, which I did, you're gonna see some things that look almost like mine. And so I'm gonna click on here, open this in a new tab. And you can see spaghetti western, good, bad, and messy, which you know, they used AI and tried to copy and made it a different color. So there is that, but you know, can't get too mad at them. But there is competition there, right? So there's a bunch of them on here. So let me show you some of the other ones, just so you know that this isn't just a one-time thing. I'll show you some other ones that I found on Amazon that people with good intentions and want sales and copy, but I'm sure it's affecting sales as well. All right, so here are some examples. Let me move this away here. So I'll put it over here because you know what my shirt looks like. That's mine. This is my shirt right here. And when I made it, February 23rd, it was one of my February designs for Design with Detour. And you can see this one was made in February 22nd. This was May 22nd. At least they're not doing spaghetti, but still good, bad, messy. This one's doing a pineapple version of it. And this one's doing a pizza, pineapple and pizza, or cowboy and pizza version of it, which is all kind of looking the same thing like this. And not to say this is the best one here. I'm just saying that you could run into copycats and people that are kind of taking your sales or a direct competition, right? Because these are very, very close to what I have here. So let's see another one. So you may remember this one that I made in January with the basketball, cartoon basketball, and basketball down there. And I found these on Amazon as well. Cartoon basketball, cartoon basketball. So again, one of my sellers actually does sell, but we have some competition, direct competition here with kind of copycats that's following me on Amazon, which, you know, hopefully they get sales too. Here is my beaver shirt that I made in April, Design with Detour. Team Beaver, respect the beaver, right? There we go. Team Beaver, respect the beaver, with the stars and everything and the sunglasses. And here with the stars and the lines, different color, different font, but kind of the same thing, right? Definitely a direct reflection of either this or looking at my videos, because I show everything. So that's one of the things that's going to happen if you show your designs to the world and have a big following, is you may have some people that actually want to copy you and do things that you're doing. So I can't be too mad at them because they're learning and growing. Hopefully they learn to make their own designs as they're doing this and as they're doing. Yeah, that's just going to happen too in print on demand. So if you are on print on demand and you found somebody that actually directly copied you, I'm going to share with you a website where you can go on Amazon at least and report it. Now, if you need to report copycats, exact copycats, now these weren't exact copycats and I'm not going to turn them in, but if there was somebody that was copying me pixel for pixel and just took my design and tried to sell the same exact thing, then I would report those. And I'll show you the links on the web for Amazon on how to find that. And for Teepublic and Redbubble, if you find those direct copycats, then you can just email them directly. So this is how easy it is to find Amazon copyright infringement, the page. You go to Google, type in Amazon copyright infringement. This is a sponsored ad. This is the real one that says Amazon report infringement. So click on here. It is amazon.com/report/infringement, and you just start the report. So I'm signed in as Juna, but you'll be signed in as yourself. Start the report, and it's going to ask you what products and so on. So just follow along. I'm not going to do it all here, but this is where you start and can report if they're a direct copycat of your stuff. So I'm only going to report the ones that are pixel for pixel. You'll have to use your own discretion on what you want to report. Now, you can't report your competition if they're totally different. It would have to be actually infringing on your copyright. So there you go. Those are my sales for Design with Detour for the last 5 months. Hopefully it gets better and better. I'm excited to see what happens in Q4. We're getting closer and closer to that. Typically, summer sales are kind of low unless you're actually designing for the summer. And because my topics are so broad and all over the place, I may not get that many sales. But one nice thing about having Evergreen is in Q4, everything sells because people are buying gifts for other people, and that's when you get a lot of sales. So I'm excited for that. We'll see what happens. I'm going to continue to keep adding designs. I'm going to continue to try and niche down and make sure that I get less competition that way, and just prepare for the ups and downs and know that print on demand is like that. It's not just always going to go up. It's not all just roses. It's, roses and thorns and goes up and down. So be prepared for that. don't quit. Keep at it and keep adding and learn as you go, and maybe do more designs that are actually selling, and report those copycats if they're actually infringing on your copyright. If they're copying you exactly, you can report those as well in any of those Teepublic, Redbubble, and Amazon. I'm going to do this again next month, so hopefully it does go up again, and I'm going to continue to try more things that will help me get more sales. Thanks again for watching. If you want to see some of those other ones, I'll put the month 4 video right here, and I'll put in the link in the description, the other one, so you can see the progress over time. Thanks again for watching, and as always guys, keep creating and keep learning. I'll see you on the next one.